Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Brian the Floridian coming to you from Clearwater, Florida, and also nearby City Harbor, Florida, which is right here over my right shoulder. But decided to stop at this interesting place, this former world-class extravagant restaurant, also tourist attraction. It's called the Kapok Tree Inn, and this place opened up in 1958 and became one of the most popular restaurants in the country, and also one of the most interesting tourist attractions here in Clearwater, Florida. But they closed down in 1991, and they later became a music store, a event, where they have like events for weddings and different things. Also behind me, which is event hall, but there's a lot of it left over, so definitely left over from its heyday. So let's go take a look. Let's go take a look and look around and see what we find. See the remnants of the historic Kapok Tree Inn. I want you guys to follow me. Let's go take a look. So this is the back lot of the former Kapok Tree Inn, and that is now called the Sam Ash Music Store, which is a huge music store inside that whole building. But that was actually one of the dining rooms, or one of the main dining room for the restaurant. And there were 12 dining rooms in this restaurant one time. So definitely a cool looking place from the outside. You see the columns from, with the Mediterranean style columns right there, the Greek style columns. So a lot of interesting things left over from this former Kapok Tree Inn restaurant and tourist attraction. But now it's an event hall too. As you can see from Kapok, it says special events. Can't really go through the gates anymore, but before you were able to go into those gates and look in the gardens. But this place was, the heyday was from 1960s to 1980s. And this was considered one of the most over-the-top restaurants in the country. Let's go see if we can take a look inside. But anyway, this place was called Kapok because it got its name from a seedling that was brought over from India, one of the original owners, and planted it right next to, I believe on the other side of that building right there, on the other side, the west side of that building. And there's a big Kapok tree. I think it's right there over the top of the building. You can see it right there. And that was brought over that was planted, I think, sometime in the 1870s, and that's how big the tree is. It's still there. So back in 1958, Richard M. Baumgarten actually bought this place and had it transformed into a restaurant destination. Let's go take a look inside here. So this is the old Kapok Gardens. This is actually part of the restaurant from the outside. The gate is locked. But let's take a look and see if we can see a little bit. You can see the former splendor, at least a little bit inside there. All kinds of statues in there. Resonance architecture. Hard to see, but let's take a look if I can get my camera in there. So sadly, this place is closed right now, and I cannot go onto the property because it's private property, no trespassing, and there's security cameras in use. So but I definitely can take a look from the outside, and you can see some remnants from the Kapok Tree Inn. The base of that tree right there, that's probably one of the planters from back in its heyday. And you can look in the archways and see what the former splendor looks like. So that was actually a fountain. There's like fountains in this place that are rumored to circulate 60,000 gallons of water when they were in use at the time. So they have weddings back in here, special events. And it just goes on and on. I believe that building is a special event building right there, where people get married and have their wedding dinner or whatever have you back there. So plenty of Renaissance inspired architecture, columns, a bunch of Greek and Italy inspired art here too, as you can tell by these fountains and the statues there. But even though I can't really go in, I can still see a lot from these archways. Another entrance to the gardens. I believe these are called the East Gardens back here, so. But there's a couple Roman soldiers here, statues. Man, what I would give to get inside this place and take a look. Look at all those statues in there. And that's the former dining hall right there, which is a Sam Ash music store. And it goes on and on to the very end of the parking lot. And I will go inside and take a look at that music store because there's a lot of remnants from the restaurant. Chandeliers in there, a lot of architecture, the columns, and also a lot of statues still left in there from what I was reading. Don't even think of parking here. That sign just cracks me up. Yeah, see that big fountain there? That's a fountain that goes along this entire wall right here. So the Sam Ash music store is actually is inside one of the old dining rooms of the Kapok Tree Inn, and they should still have some stuff inside from the old restaurant. So let's go inside, take a look, and see what we find. This is amazing. It's so cool. So this is the drum area. Like, man, they have one of the chandeliers from the old restaurant right there. This is probably one of the dining rooms back that was left behind. And you see the architecture of the columns here, Greece-inspired columns. Learning center back here. Left from the restaurant. It's like some gargoyles in here, some statues. Here's a shot from the end of the music store. Another fountain. Some remnants from the Kapok Tree Inn. Let's look at a soundstage right here in the very end. So they got a huge guitar selection here. One of the biggest I've ever seen in any guitar or music store. Right in this old restaurant. Another shot from this angle. So this place officially featured a world-renowned garden or gardens, Renaissance-inspired architecture, and also impressive waterfalls and gardens and fountains here, as well as beautiful chandeliers and then 12, like I said, 12 dining rooms. So let's go take a look around the other side of this place. Another shot from the parking lot from this side. I didn't notice it before, but there is little engravings on this wall right in front of me. Man, looks like it's seen better days. This part is crumbling down off that ceiling part right there, so they have it roped off. But definitely you can see the Greek style columns here. So that busy road out there is McMullen Booth Road, which is one of the main roads in Clearwater and Safety Harbor. And this is the West Garden, other side of the Sam Ash Music Store. And there is that kapok tree that made this place famous, where the name came from for the Kapok Tree Inn. This would have been one of the fountains that would have been operating back when it used to be the restaurant. There's one of the original signs to enter this place right there. One of the original Kapok Tree Inn signs for the restaurant. The statue's right on the front. So now it's called a Sam Ash Music Store, and also, like I said, a Kapok Special Events hall here for weddings and all kinds of things. But there's your kapok tree right there. Another back side of the fountain, the main fountain here in the East Gardens. Looks like these were some part of maybe an entryway here. Looks like someone left a little favorite beverage right there inside that one base. Yeah, here's that tree, that world famous tree. Even the bases have detail on them too. But these are benches out here to sit on. Looks like some place to sit. Maybe for people that want to get in the restaurant back when it was open. Another fountain back here on this side. So as you can tell, definitely a lot of splendor back when it was, probably when it was open. And from reading about this restaurant, this one spawned a few other Kapok Tree Inns around the country, but ultimately they all closed, and this was the last one that stayed open. Looks like that statues have seen better days. It's starting to come apart down there. Yeah, sadly in 1988, the Chicago Sun-Times called this restaurant the Kapok Tree Inn. They rated it as the number 15th restaurant in the country with sales of $10 million annually. So it was a very popular restaurant in 1988, and it only closed like 3 years later. So no telling why it closed, but it was definitely extravagant, to say the least. All right, so here's another part of the coming down the street here to the very back, or actually the very front of this place, and I see an opening there, so let's take a look. See inside there. So here's the south end of the building. It's like some remnants of the restaurant right here on the corner. So I just came down this side street here on the south end of the restaurant, or the former restaurant, and this is what it looks like back in here. You can see the fountains in there, the former fountains of the restaurant. So definitely a beautiful site. Definitely a beautiful place for a restaurant right here in Clearwater, Safety Harbor. So I didn't really notice the big statue right here next to this bamboo, actually kind of hiding from me from the street, but look how tall the statue is right here. So at one time this restaurant was so popular and busy, they made a second parking lot right across the street from the south end of the building here. But now it's a towaway zone, so I'm not really sure what they're using it for now, but looks like a former parking lot. just want to show you guys. So definitely a very interesting looking tree. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I always wanted to check out this place and stop by, but never did until now. But I wish I would have came here when it was open as a restaurant. I would have loved to check out the food in here. I heard the cuisine was world-class famous here, as well as the ambiance. I mean, this place was, in its former glory, was probably extravagant. It's probably one of the most unusual things you would have probably ever saw for a restaurant. And I wish I would have saw it when it was open, but man, I'm glad I came by and checked out to see what's left from the Kapok Tree Inn. But definitely a cool looking place. So guys, if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and I will stop at more places like this around Florida, interesting places, and I'll stop by and do more videos of this. But I hope you guys stay safe. Hope you guys enjoy. Take care.